Santa Claus, the man, the moment, the icon, the legend of Christmas. But in today's video, I thought I would build Santa's workshop in Bloxburg. I'm talking Santa's bedroom. I'm talking the elf's workshop. I'm talking his kitchen. So with all that said, let's get jingling. So everybody knows Santa lives in the North Pole, which is a very like hilly, snowy area. And so we're going to be beginning with a mountain. And on screen now is my inspiration picture. So as you can see, I was not joking when I said this was going to be absolutely mental chicken oriental. So if you don't know how to build mountains, basically, you just have to get a mansard roof and you put it in the basement and you just make it like crazy shapes. Now, actually, I made this mistake on my hill house. I'm not going to make it again. If you are building on a hill, make sure to put the stairs in first, because if you forget these, you are absolutely doomed. Although I think actually the stairs are going to start here. Jeez, this is massive. Obviously, on the tops of these mountains, we want it to be snow, but the snow texture is practically invisible. So what if we use foil? That literally looks like some kitchen foil. Oh, I actually like that. That's very bright. If you're allergic to the color white, do not come near this plot today. So now I guess we should start with the actual outline of the house. Now, the reason it's like 3 stories high with so many overhanging balconies is because when we go inside, I want you to be able to like look down from the top and see all of like the elves working. Okay, maybe it does not need to go that far back. Like, jeez Louise. Yeah, maybe a rectangle is a little bit more appropriate, because look, it actually looks like a Christmas present. Now, as we get to the top floor, it's going to be slightly different, but not that different. And here is the part that I've actually been really scared for. Like, Bloxburg roofs actually scared me. They're one of my biggest fears. So obviously we want like quite a pointy one in the center, so you know, like that's the main deal. But then I am confusion. Like, do I want the other roofs coming out like there? Does that look better or does that look worse? I don't know. I don't know. That does mean it will only be 2 stories, but I think that's fine. No, I don't know, actually. What are we thinking of that? I'm thinking, I feel like maybe what is missing is like a nugget roof going through the middle. No, I quite like it. I like how busy it looks. Now, bear in mind, like this isn't meant to be a realistic house. It's literally Santa's workshop. Like, this is a magical place. So I also want to have one of these roofs like coming over the front. Now, y'all already know Bloxburg roofs are just so triggering. Unless, of course, you're true Reese's. And then you can put basic shapes. No, I'm joking. Obviously, anyone can do this. And I've told you this building hack more times than I can count. But if you've not seen it before, basically what you do is you just use the regular Bloxburg roof as a little template. And then you just build your roof out of custom shapes. It's obviously a little bit more tricky, but that's the only way. Until Bloxburg finally decides to revamp their gable roof. Like, all they have to do is probably press one button that means we can twist it. How much time would that save us? Anyway, we've got to resize them both by $18. To complete it, you're gonna need some horizontal wedges. Now, another thing I want to know, sorry, I sound like such a nosy friend, but I want to know, what are you guys asking for Christmas? Like, what do people ask for Christmas these days? I feel like I'm getting a little bit old. Like, when I was a kid, everyone just asked for like a new phone or like new shoes or something. What is it these days? That looks so nice, doesn't it? We now need to do the iconic balconies. So I think I'm gonna make them out of roofs. Well, obviously. And they're just gonna be 2 wide, literally wrapping around the entire gaff. And I'm just gonna raise them up by literally 1 block. Oh, I didn't mean to do it like that, but I guess that works. And why is this starting to look low-key like a Japanese temple or something? Like, I do love a Japanese temple, but I don't really think that's the vibe of Santa's grotto. And I have just realized that this roof actually isn't really in the right place after all. Like, I actually want it to be coming out to about here. So, and oh my gosh, I like this. And it kind of actually looks like the inspiration picture as well. I'm very, very happy. But of course, y'all, that is nowhere near done. We have literally just begun. So next up, we're going to be adding the pillars. And of course, we're going to be using the grandest pillars. Because have you ever actually considered how rich Santa must be? Like, he literally buys presents for like a gazillion people. Like, hello, him and Mrs. Claus are rolling in it, mate.
Drinking 1 Coke a year has made us rich.
And then the only appropriate fence is these ones. And I actually think we should be like matching this. Oh, that is disgusting. That literally looks like a moldy piece of old bread.
So this is the part where I play some offensive.
And what are we thinking about that? I think It looks crazy, but as I keep saying, that is the vibe. Also, why is this like, why did I just forget to color this one pillar? It looks so funny. I do personally think we need some pillars on the side here, and we're gonna raise this up just to about here. And just before we copy and paste it, I feel like we should put something iconic on the top, like a snow globe or something. But do you know what? I'm just gonna use a basic sphere. And now's the tricky part, like making sure it matches on both sides. Another thing that this is actually missing is chimneys. It's flipping Santa's workshop. Do you know how many presents can be being made here, guys? And once we've popped this staircase in, I think it's time. What the hell was that? I think it's time to do the colouring. And also, did you guys see the video of Mariah Carey doing It's Time? And then it like came out really badly. I feel so bad for her. Anyway, I was like kind of wondering what we add here. Obviously logs. Now you guys know I don't really like the big logs, but TBH, they are the only appropriates. And as for this one, I think we can get away with having like the newer logs. Oh yeah, baby. And I really hope this lines up. Oh yes! Sometimes when you have the big roofs, they do not line up. But this looks amazing. Okay, right. I've got a couple more bits obviously on here to color. Now I know we've placed plenty of pillars on the outside. As far as the actual build itself goes, we haven't really placed that many. I guess we can just use bog stand ones up here, can't we? And just as a final little piece of love, I'm gonna add some wall trims. Although I think we should actually be making them pretty high up, pretty like big. Oh, I love it, guys. I'm personally thinking traditional windows, but then part of me wants to make custom windows. Then shall we just try for the plot, guys? Let's just try for the plot. So I'm gonna actually have them like a different color outside. Like, I don't really plan my custom windows when I build them. I just like go with the flow. Obviously, it's a little bit uneven right now, but you've just gotta like move them in. Like, it literally just looks like chocolate fingers. Oh, it looks like a little gingerbread house. Now, I don't know if I'm loving it all being like that brown. Like, I think maybe we might have to lighten it up a little bit in the middle. And here's where we really need to like start popping some of Santa's iconic colors. Like, here's literally the king of red. Like, Santa owns the color red. Do you think Cheryl Blossom owns the color red? No.
You're wearing my signature color. You don't own the color red. Red existed before you. Not at Riverdale High.
So up on the top roof, it's going to be a little bit different to the others. We're just going to have 2 windows like that. And as always, I'll add the rest of the windows as we go. What's this? I did not realize the roofs were sticking in that much, but it's fine. I don't know what you're all thinking. This literally looks like a horror game where Santa's going to eat us all up. And that is because the lighting is like not giving at the moment. So let's just add some lanterns. Linen haters, please forgive me, but it's like cozy, isn't it? So I have a couple more very important things that I need to do before we go in.
12 seconds later.
I've forgotten the first one. The second one is adding snowy trees. Basically, this is just going to give quite a nice atmosphere to the surroundings of the North Pole. Flipping now, they're literally like $3 each. And I just thought as well, some snowy boulders surrounding could look quite nice. And I always forget that we actually have like Christmas decorations for the front of the house as well. Like these lollipops, I still have 0 tickets, guys. It has been like a week since the update came out. I still have 0 tickets. And we definitely need a Santa's sleigh flying through the sky. So if you don't know how to do this, basically you just get a basic shape like this, and then I'd slant it a little bit as well, like flying up in the distance. That is epic. Now, I know I keep saying, oh, finally, finally, finally. First of all, this snow drooping down the roof. Second of all, having these icicle lights like go up the roof. What? I was not expecting it to look this iconic. Look at that! Now, would it look a little bit OTT if we had loads of icicles along here as well? Honestly, I think we've moved past OTT at the moment. It is Santa's workshop as well. If anyone's going to have an OTT house, it's going to be the big man himself. And I would add some custom windows up here, but I'm genuinely not good enough to make them look worthwhile. So instead, I'm thinking a large wreath. So guys, it's now finally time to head inside. I do not know why there's random puddles here, but here we are. So first things first, I'm placing in a floor because I cannot be dealing with the roofs. Because if you didn't know, you can like, it's sometimes you're not allowed to place things on roof. Now remember how I said I wanted you to be able to look down? That is exactly what is going to be happening. Like we're going to have balconies everywhere. And then of course the windows, which considering they're custom windows, actually pretty cheap. So here we go. This is what it looks like. Oh my gosh. It's like a haunted house of horrors. Now we need to add the staircases, and I kind of want it to look like, you know, the Harry Potter staircase, where it's like just crazy, like it's literally mismatched. Everywhere you go, there's like a different staircase. But there we go. I think that looks really, really nice as you walk in. And oh, hi guys, you've caught me at a perfect time. I'm adding in the chandelier. Yes, I asked Sia if I could borrow it, and she said, of course, honey. And obviously we're gonna have to double this up, if not triple it up, because like it's a big room. We need a lot of lighting. And once again, I'm a practical person. I'm realistic. We've got to make sure that we're putting some beams into the corners so that this isn't just all staying up by Christmas magic. And I am getting a little bit sick of this darkness, if I'm being honest with you. So you guys know the oldest trick in the book, underfloor lighting, although it's actually really hard to do it when you have like a hill underneath. And damn, Santa's electricity bill about to be through the roof. There you go. Now we can actually kind of see what it's looking like in here. And it's looking much, much better. So I think I actually want to start off with Santa and Mrs. Claus's bedroom. And what is more magical than a 4-poster bed sleeping underneath this window here? Like, I can just imagine a cinematic scene in a movie like, boo, boo, boo. Hey up, Mrs. Claus!
Don't go there, honey.
And when I said I'm gonna add loads of pillows, I'm not joking, guys. It's gonna be quite a like detailed design as well. So we're gonna have at least 5 pillows on the front here. I did not know we had present pillows. Have I been living under a rock, or have they been here like this whole time? A little Christmas tree. And I'm gonna be matching all of those Christmassy colors, greens with reds. And did you guys know that the original Santa outfit was green? I feel like that's something actually a lot of people do know. Another thing I've just thought that could be absolutely magical to add is a fireplace that stretches through the whole entire building. Now, does Santa use the toilet? That sounds like a really weird question, but do they need a bathroom? I don't think they do. They are magic, okay? And if I was magic, I would make it so I didn't really have to go to the toilet. So obviously up here is not just Santa's bedroom. It's like where he's gonna be getting all of the Christmas letters, and it's also where they're gonna have like their private living quarters. So I think we'll do the little lounge room first, because that's kind of like not really that important. And we need like a nice seat for Santa. I feel like this could be Santa's seat, like a big gaming chair. Oh my gosh, I've just had the most amazing idea ever. You know when people have miniature sculptures of like, you know Harry Potter, like they have the miniature sculpture of Hogwarts. I kind of want to make a miniature sculpture of like Earth, and then Santa and Mrs. Claus can be like looking around Earth, like where they're gonna be planning their visits first. But everybody knows the rough look, don't they? It's just like a bunch of countries and then a lot of sea. I know I could technically just go and add a decal, but I feel like that's a bit boring. I like to do it my own way. And this is actually gonna be a geography lesson, guys. Like, can I remember all of the continents on Earth? So yeah, that is America. Down here is gonna be Antarctica. That's the second one, isn't it? Australia? Is that a continent? No, I think Australia might just be a country. Maybe Africa. Africa is definitely a continent. Iceland? Up here, and Europe. That's a continent, definitely. I'm so sorry if I forgot your continent, guys. Wait, why does that kind of look like Earth? Like, kind of, but not really. Anyway, just before we go down to like the elf's workshop and whatnot, I think we need to add his little desk. And I definitely think the traditional one, like, or the Victor's one, whatever it's called. So we're gonna need to give Santa a big chair. Like, he's probably sat here most of the day answering these letters. Yeah, Santa, you might want to get to it, yeah, doll? Should we add like some desks where his elves can answer some letters as well? And oh my gosh, I've just had the best idea ever. Have you guys ever received one of those videos from Santa? I got one every year when I was younger. Down on this bottom floor, we're gonna have like a movie set where Santa films those videos. So there we go. Yeah, I think that actually looks pretty nice. And then what I was thinking, why I got so excited, because they literally added a green screen, didn't they? This is just so funny to me. Like, Santa stood in front of a green screen. Maybe we should make it like a red screen. We can set up like a whole thing down here. And I thought it would also be really cute to have like a picture of Mrs. Claus, and then we'll have the camera like directly in front. Oh my gosh, that is so funny to me. I love that. So this is where this is where Santa is going to be making his videos from. So there you go, that is the top floor done. Now we have the actual entryway as you walk in. So what is sort of one of the most important things? I guess the gift wrapping station. So if any of you have watched the movie Elf, you will like know what they sort of made their workshop look like. Now, I haven't watched it since last Christmas Eve, because my Christmas Eve routine actually consists of watching Elf and eating a Chinese. It's absolutely delicious. And I love seeing some of your guys' comments. Some of you have buffets. It's so iconic to me how different people have different routines. But anyway, there's going to be 3 different sections to the Christmas wrapping. There's going to be the making the presents. Now, along this back wall where all of the making is happening, we're going to be actually storing some ready-made presents. And yeah, it's basically going to consist of just like a bunch of teddies. A platypus. We have to put that. It's iconic. And I literally just added so many toys in there. And I actually think it kind of looks a bit better. This big purple thing, that just reminds me of the horrible Teddy from Toy Story. Like, I was actually scared of him as a kid. I was like, he's so bad. Next up is the wrapping. So I guess we just search up present. I thought you guys in America called them gifts. In England, you'll hardly hear anyone call it a gift. We just mainly say presents. But in America, do you say a little bit of both, I guess? Okay, I guess here can just be like actually wrapping it up ready for the sleigh. And you might notice I'm actually like resizing the chandelier up. First of all, I've just made like an awesome hybrid chandelier. Second of all, why the flipping hell have I not added a Christmas tree in here? And why have I colored my Christmas tree like a gender reveal? But maybe we should be adding a little stable at least. Now, Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid. Oh, I've done it wrong. And I don't want them to be all sad in the dark, so I'll also add some lights. And I guess the final thing, we haven't actually added anywhere for the elves to sleep.
So what is cuter than having like a little kid's bed, but it's like an elf bed?
And that brings Santa's workshop to a very happy ending. Okay, Christmas turkey dinners. Here we are outside of the workshop. And this is it from all angles. As you can see, it literally is a 5-story mega mansion mania. And if you're wondering, it only values at $459,000, which to be fair is quite expensive. There's literally reindeers, there's giant trees, there's a giant grotto with reindeers flying through the flipping sky. Now, I've just thought of one thing I need to do quickly. Okay, guys, we will get to that in a minute. You'll see what I add in a minute. But yeah, just the exterior, I absolutely love it. But anyway, as we walk up the stairs, you actually walk in on the 2nd story and I feel like magic. It is crazy to me how just decorating a literal Bloxburg Christmas Santa grotto can get you so much in the festive mood. So of course, as you first walk in, we have the elf's desk. So, it's actually facing the right way. Then as we walk around here, we have like the admin elves, which I find pretty funny. And here is where you can go down to the elves' bedrooms. I thought it's the lowest floor, like it's kind of in the mountains a little bit. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. And now a really funny thing to me is the Santa's like movie stations. Just a mysterious picture of Mrs. Claus. And this would be like what it looks like. Anyway, as we go up to the 3rd and final floor, we obviously have some more desks. We have Santa's writing desk. You know, remember that thing I just sneakily added? Basically, I added some doors here and a ladder. Right, I've added it a bit taller. Oh, I'm in the sleigh. Oh my gosh. This is magical. And what a better place to end the video. So I hope you enjoyed watching me build Santa's workshop. Let me know what other Christmas themed videos you want, and I'll see you all in the next one.